Welcome to the second ever UNCPDLies. What are the UNCPDLies, you may ask? The UNCPDLies are awards given out to UNCPDL players to honor their hard work and commitment over the course of the season. These awards include all kinds of categories, spanning all kinds of accomplishments. If you didn't get an award, I'm sorry, but you probably just sucked. Without much further ado, let's get right into the awards. The first award up is the Chungus Award, perennial from our first awards ceremony, and arguably one of the most important. This award goes to whichever team was the most Chungus-like, round, bulky, rotund, not too fast certainly. The winner of the Chungus Award, one of the most prestigious in the UNCPDL's history, is me, Sean. That's right. I gave myself an award. It's only fair if you think about it, because, Jesse really learned this hard Scrabble, real fair for Season 5, but I think I was the clear winner this round. A lot of just bulky fucks on my team, Mega Heracross, Melmetal, things like that. But also not a single Pokemon on my team cracked over 100 in speed. So I was really committed, unintentionally committed, to the Chungus lifestyle. So good job, me. Pat on the back. First award of the ceremony. Very well planned. Very good. Next award is Best Draft. Best Draft is always kind of a subjective one, right? It just kind of depends on what people look for, but in my case, I feel like I've got a pretty good eye for him. I've been playing draft a long time. But I was still kind of a toss-up here, so I ended up giving it to two people. Classic cop-out move. Give it to Ken and Ron for Best Draft. I thought both these guys had really good drafts. I liked Ken's team because it had a lot of bulk with things like Flores and Steve, but also a lot of very good offense. I think Megalopony and Thundurus. Not to mention that he had Volbeat, which he brought a lot and could abuse our quirky baton pass rules with pretty well. So good on Ken there. I really liked Ron's team too. Ron's team felt very classic, just like Hydreigon, Primarina, like classic Fairy Dragon grouping there. I want to say what was the Steel type. I don't remember what a Steel type was off the top of my head. But I think there was Excadrill, even better. Yes, like a very solid, Fairy Dragon Steel core to the extent that this exists, but also very solid Fire Water Grass core with Primarina, Rotom Heat, and what was the grass type? What grass type did Ron have? Hold on, let me see. I can't check. Whatever it is. Look, Ron, the point is Ron had a good team. I like Slowbro Galar on there too, really great team. Glumon. Gigalith gave him nice sand options with Excadrill. Just a really nice, well-rounded team. I'm thinking about it, and there may have not been a grass type, but either way, still it's a good team that managed very well. Alright. Next up, we have the Wishy Wishy Award. Very important. This award honors the player who made the best use of Sea Slugs and Sea Slug-like Pokemon on their drafts. And without a doubt, this award goes to Loon for their excellent use of Gastrodon throughout the main season, particularly in one battle against Jose, where it did a devastating final stand that managed to take out all but one Pokemon on Jose's team. So, very good, very well-earned Wishy Wishy from Loon. Alright, next up, we have the Comeback King. This would be our player who had it real rough for a while, but ended up coming back in a major way, and that would be Aiden L. Aiden L., who, as we saw, had a very rough main season, roughest in the Gold Division, after not playing Draft League with us for a long time, but then came back strong in the Crystal Cup and won the whole thing. So even though it's not technically the main season, that strong Crystal Cup showing really earns Aiden L. the Comeback King title. Next up we have Buzzwole. Wait, hold on. Next up we have the Fresh Blood Prince Award. It is not just called the Buzzwole Award. I would have gone with that, but apparently I was going for some kind of pun. I'm not sure what I was doing here. Anyway, the point is, this award is for the person who really made a name for themselves this season, really broke out strong, entirely new, and that would be Rishi. Now, this isn't to say Rishi's not entirely new. I guess I misspoke. He's not new to our draft league at all, but he is our first champion in a while who has not already won championships, because for a while it was me or Alfie only winning the championships, and Rishi, with Declan Howard having a championship, Rishi was really the only person playing in these championships, along with Philip, who had a chance to earn a new champion spot. So that's why Rishi earns the Fresh Blood Prince rule as the newly crowned champion of the Gold little silver division for Season 7. So good job, Rishi. Very nice breakout performance, and maybe you can make those consecutive titles. Maybe moving up to Gold Division. I guess we'll see how that works. Alright, next we have the Holding Your Own Award. This is for somebody who was in many ways considered to be outclassed, outmatched, but still came out on top sometimes and gave their opponents a good fight. And that would be Gabe. Gabe is somebody who was just kind of randomly, arbitrarily placed in Gold Division because we had like 7 solid gold players and we needed like somebody to just kind of pull from silver. And Gabe courageously volunteered and did pretty well. I know he got at least one win, and generally, like, his games were pretty tight. Like, he gave his opponents a good fight, and he didn't even do the worst of Gold Division. So, overall, very nice from Gabe, especially for someone who just kind of joined Gold on a whim and would have been considered a silver player otherwise. Very good on Gabe for stepping up to the plate and doing fairly well for themselves. Alright. Next up, we have the Most Improved. It's the person. This is always a relative award, right? Because it kind of just depends on where the person's starting from to say how much they've improved. But I would definitely say our shoo-in for this slot this season was Aiden K. Aiden K came in, as far as I know, with very little to no experience with battling, certainly for singles, I believe. And, yeah, they really seemed to come out at the end of the season with a very good understanding of how a singles draft league works, with some of the best team-building fundamentals, it would seem, of anybody in the league. And especially impressive considering this was their first season overall, so very good job, Aiden. A lot of hard work and commitment from them, so good job. Next up, we have excellence in the field of drafting the homies. This is, of course, for demonstrated commitment to Pokemon that are just objectively your bros. You know, you're taking them with you. You're picking them no matter what, hell or high water. And the winner of this category is, of course, Declan, who drafted Cramorant for what I believe is literally every season. I believe Declan has been allowed to draft it. He has drafted Cramorant. I think technically last season with the Citrus. He didn't get Cramorant on his team, but he obviously still drafted Cramorant for someone to pick. So he drafts Cramorant every time. And in addition, I believe he gets Barrascuda every time, or almost every time. Pretty sure it's every time as well. So he drafted Cramorant and Barrascuda again, and then made a new perennial all-star to the team with Galarian Stunfisk, who rejoined him from last season. So yes, Declan has committed very, very pure devotion to drafting his homies, even when they're not always the most viable, such as Cramorant. Alright. Next up, we have Momentum Master, working title, the Fuck You, Fuck You, Fuck You, Fuck You Award. And of course, as you can obviously tell from the picture, the winner of the Momentum Master, the person who really mastered moves like U-turn, teleport, Volt Switch to keep on top of their opponents, was Philip. Philip's main core of Mega Scizor, Slowking, and Darmanitan was absolutely cancerous, especially for less experienced silver players to deal with, just because of Darmanitan's super hard-hitting power, then Slowking's obnoxious special bulk with the teleport to go second for momentum, and Mega Scizor's obnoxious physical bulk to round out Slowking's special bulk, and can get strong U-turns to keep the momentum going. Very hard to really position yourself the way you want against these opponents, since Scizor and Darmanitan's U-turns are so hard to switch into, and then Slowking's teleport is a guaranteed negative priority to safely bring in whatever with the generator to ensure it can keep doing it. Just very, very good, solid engine Philip built that made his team so fearsome for silver players to face. Next, with the Self-Nerf Award. This award is for people who they make things harder on themselves than they need to do. Not necessarily intentionally or anything, but I'll get what I'm saying. So the winner is Pratham. I feel like it became a bit of a meme this season for me to like dunk on Pratham's team. It's not even that bad or anything. I don't know. It was a pitfall I got into where it eventually became a meme, and at least I felt more comfortable doing it. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, because I know for season 5 I said Pratham vehemently. I had said Pratham had the best team, though ironically enough, Pratham had a better record this season than he did that season, which I think goes to show that I don't know shit. But regardless, I think even Pratham himself admitted there was some difficulties in this draft. But really, the reason he got this award is because he did so well with his team, despite its weak shortcomings in some areas. It seemed like he was always on top of his game with play and really trying to make the most out of what he had, which is why he gets the Self-Nerf Award. So very good job, Pratham, for doing what you could with that team. Very impressive play for most of your games. Next up, we have Captain Commitment. Captain Commitment is the person who felt like they committed most to a specific play style and strategies depending on the situations. And that would, of course, be Yarn. Yarn on their team really leaned into sand a lot. You had like seven, maybe and it's weird because you don't really see a lot of people commit to sand, especially now, or even draft sand at all. And even then, draft sand is usually two Pokemon like kind of rounded, where it's like Extra and Gigalith. That's it. That's your sand part of the team. But Yarn went all the way, drafting things like Tyranitar set sand, Landors who can abuse Sand Force, Lycanroc who has Sand Rush, so that's already 3 members, which is pretty interesting. And then I believe there was something else for sand, but Drakazal, which is it's the Sand Sweeper. So a whopping 4 Pokemon that are really devoted to the sand play style. Things like Vileplume and Mantine that are really good for covering sand's weaknesses. It's really good commitment to that play style. And then of course in the Crystal Cup, Yarn also really went into the themes they got. Like when they got Sleep, they added even more sleep moves on top of the ones I gave them to really make the team full sleeping. So yeah, just a lot of commitment to specific play styles from Yarn this season, which is always interesting to see. Next up, we have King of the Memes. King of the Memes, very hard fought, very subjective category. I'm going to be honest, not going to beat around the bush. You can all say your own King of the Memes, but my King of the Memes was Alfie. I really enjoyed how he drafted not 1, but 2 Reggies. Really get the Reggie flex going. Drafted the funny meme of all the most viable Pokemon, Landorus Therian. Drafted Dragonite like a Sigma male. Another 4 times weak Ice Pokemon high tier to go with it. Weird shit like Pukamook and Blacephalon that you really see opposite ends of hyper offense and hyper defense. Just a really cool, really interesting lopsided team from Alfie. With a lot of meme Pokemon, not to mention Denny, just a strange little Pokemon that got memed to the top of some Japanese popularity polls. As I remember, bit of a stretch for memes, sure, but it's not like the only category can be just like, wow, this team have Pokemon that are from memes. I felt like the just weird jankiness of Alfie's team that actually ended up working well to his favor. Things like Cloyster standing next to things like Mega Slowbro. Mega Slowbro also being a bit of a joke in general, just how silly it looks. Was very interesting and very cool to see how you kind of make those redundant yet lopsided teams work. Good job, Alfie. Next up, we have Comfiest Team. Very important, very objective category. Whose team felt the comfiest? Whose team would you most want to snuggle up with on a rainy day inside a cottage somewhere in New England? The answer would, of course, be Hannah's team. I mean, come on. You had Appleton, nice warm apple pie, Colossal, warm in the house, warm in the fire. Rotom Frost, keeping your cold beverages cold. You got Tapu Lele's pink, Psychic Surge. That's got to be relaxing. Just a big ol' wave of pink over your body. Seismitoad's a neat frog. These are some comfy things. There may have been even more from Hannah's team, but I can't look at teams right now, and those are what I remember as being comfy parts of Hannah's team. Still easily, hands down, comfiest of all the teams. Can be no doubt. So good job to Hannah for drafting such a nice team. Beloved underdog. This goes to obviously the person who everyone was rooting for universally. Not a person in the league, I would say, wasn't rooting for him. Even when the times are rough, this person kept their chin up, kept moving forward, did what had to be done, and that person would be Brendan. Everyone's favorite. New entry for this season, had a rough go of it, but we love him. He's our favorite. He's everyone's favorite. And we are ready for the full-on Brendan sweep next season. Come back in a major way. We're all very excited. So good on you, Brendan. Next up, we have the biggest shakeup. Somebody who changed up their patterns a good bit, a great degree. And that person would be Jose. So Jose, basically every season, as far as I can tell, maybe not all of them, but like at least the past 2 or 3 that I can remember, has drafted Sun. He always liked to draft his Sun cores, be the Mega Charizard Y or Torkoal, sometimes both. Charizard X to abuse the Sun. Just really strong fire types to Manatan. Maybe some Chlorophyll sleepers like Victory Bell. So Jose always goes for Sun. This season he went for Rain. Very interesting flip from him, and he still played it very well. So I like to see that Jose could demonstrate his mastery of different weather types, not just Rain being his only play style. So that was a very fun shakeup from Jose. And with that, we have the end of the UNCPDLies. I'm sorry if these went a little rougher. This was all one take, just really trying to get this done in time because I'm having internet problems and I need to make it convenient. But yes, I hope you enjoyed listening. I hope you enjoyed the handing of the awards. Again, very sorry if you played and didn't get one, but that's how it goes. You got to get good. Get better next time. Don't cry to me. Maybe grow up. Maybe grow up a bit if you can't handle the heat. Not getting an award. The awards are for people who earn them. So, maybe fuck off. Maybe I don't need you. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Next season is coming up shortly with our Crystal Cup event all wrapped up. It's going to be the Masters theme, as you may have seen in the Discord channel. You can look for more details there. I think that will be very exciting. And yeah, I'll be working on that. Probably expected to be out this weekend, probably, because I'll have the time once this video is done. Yeah. So, yeah, let me know. Did you enjoy the UNCPDLies? What would you like to see in future UNCPDLies category-wise? Did you feel snubbed of a particular UNCPDLie? Yeah, so forth. All right. Catch you guys later.